Right, good morning, welcome back. Now in the last video we fitted these lovely rear set foot controls to the Harley, and the only single disappointment for the day was having to now look at this big ugly nylock nut. Previously it was hidden behind the brake lever, but now that the brake lever's much further back, it's completely exposed. Now this assembly is held on by 3/4 inch screws and this big fat 1/2 inch main shaft going right into the engine. So that's the main support for the brake assembly, and that means that the nut in question, it's a critical fastener. I can't just swap it for a fancy looking one. It has to be the right nut and it has to be torqued up to the right setting. So as I can't swap it for something else, I can disguise it instead. And I'm inspired by these little chrome caps that you can buy in the catalogues that you put on your front wheel nut. They've just got a cap that pops over and a grub screw that holds them on. And then you're looking at something a lot nicer than a big ugly nut. So as that's a big ugly nut, I haven't got one the right size, but I can make a little cap that goes over that and makes it look a lot nicer whilst retaining the factory fastener for safety. Let's see how we get on. Right, I've often been asked why I don't leave the machine spun finish on these brass parts, and it does look nice, you're right, but I don't quite want them to stand out. In fact, if anything, all the little brass accents that I'm making, I want them to blend in with the bike, if anything. And this satin bead blasted finish, it works perfectly because it darkens down very slightly over time, and then it'll blend in with the chain and all the other brass parts I've made and look a lot nicer than glaring bits of brass on it. Anyway, that is really solid, really happy with it, a great outcome, and a lot nicer to look at, I think you'll agree, than an ugly lock nut. I'll see you next time.